Okay, let's look at the numerical number 50. How long will a stone take to fall on the ground from the top of a building 80 meters high? So let's try to draw it. This is the ground, and let's draw a building. This is the building. The height of the building is 80 meters. So this height is 80 meters. We have to find how long. So we have to find what is the time taken by the stone to start from the top of a building and reach the ground level over here. We have to find what is the time taken by the stone. Second part, we also have to find what is the final velocity. The final velocity is the velocity before the stone reaches the ground, just touches the ground. Okay, the velocity of the stone before it touches the ground is known as the final velocity. If the stone is thrown from the top of the building, that means initial velocity equals to 0. One more thing given to us is that gravity equals to 10 meters per second square. So gravity equals to 10 meters per second square. So let's start with this. We know our formulas. Let's start with time. Let's first of all find what is the time taken by the ball. Let's use this formula. S equals to ut plus half at square. Now let's try to figure out what is the new formula for a free fall. Now remember, for a free fall, S will become h. So h equals to ut, our initial velocity is 0. So 0 multiplied by time equals to 0. So we don't need to write ut. Half. Now acceleration will become acceleration due to gravity, and remember the body is, or the pebble is falling downward, so acceleration is always positive g. So half into g into t square. T remains the same if it is a vertical motion or a horizontal motion. So the new formula for height equals to h equals to half gt square. So let's try to find what is t from here. The height given to us is 80 meters equals to half into gravity, which is 10 multiplied by t square. 2 ones are 2, 2 fives are 10. So t square equals to 80 divided by 5, which is 5 ones are 5 and 3 to carry forward, 5 6 are 30. So 16. So t square equals to 16. So t equals to square root of 16, which is equal to 4 seconds. So the ball, oh, sorry, the stone will take 4 seconds to reach the ground. So now we have the time. Let's look at the second part where we have to find what is the final velocity of the body or the stone before it touches the ground. So let's try to find what is v. We can use our simple formula. V equals to u plus at. So v equals to, remember, initial velocity is 0. So 0 plus acceleration will become acceleration due to gravity, which is 10 multiplied by time. Now we have the time, 4 seconds. So final velocity equals to 4 multiplied by 10, which is 40 meters per second. This is the final velocity of the ball before it touches the ground.